The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet scientists estimate that over 80% of it remains unexplored. We have mapped the surface of Mars in greater detail than the deepest parts of Earth's oceans. That fact alone raises an incredible question. What if the ocean is hiding something even bigger than blue whales? Could there be an enormous creature living in the darkest depths, completely unknown to science? While it may sound like science fiction, history has repeatedly shown that nature is full of surprises. Giant squids were once dismissed as myths inspired by sailors' tales, until scientists finally captured one on camera in 2004. The colossal squid, massive deep-sea sharks, and strange glowing fish all prove that unbelievable creatures can exist far beneath the waves. Imagine descending thousands of meters below the surface, where sunlight completely disappears. Here, temperatures approach freezing, and the pressure is so immense that it would instantly crush a submarine not built for these conditions. In this eternal darkness lies a world that humans have barely explored. Strange creatures drift through the black water with glowing bodies, transparent skin, and mouths filled with needle-like teeth. Yet these bizarre animals are only the ones we have already discovered. Every year, scientists identify hundreds of new marine species, suggesting that countless more remain hidden. Some researchers believe there could be enormous ecosystems surrounding hydrothermal vents, underwater mountains, and deep ocean trenches where almost no human has ever traveled. Now imagine a creature that evolved in these isolated environments over millions of years. It would not need to surface often, making it incredibly difficult to detect. The blue whale, the largest animal ever known, reaches nearly 30 meters.
But is it truly impossible for something even larger to exist? From a biological perspective, size is limited by food availability, oxygen, and energy demands. However, the deep ocean is filled with massive schools of fish, squid, and mysterious organisms that migrate every night between different depths. Some scientists call this migration the largest movement of living creatures on Earth. Could a gigantic predator quietly feed on these endless resources without ever being seen? Throughout history, sailors have reported encounters with impossible sea monsters. Ancient Norse legends described the Kraken as a gigantic beast capable of dragging entire ships beneath the waves. Pacific Island cultures told stories of enormous serpents stretching across the sea, while Greek mythology spoke of terrifying monsters guarding the oceans. Although many legends were exaggerated, they were often inspired by real encounters with unusual marine animals. Giant squids, whale carcasses, and unknown deep-sea creatures may have fueled these myths. Even today, fishermen occasionally report seeing enormous shadows beneath their boats that cannot be identified. Modern sonar has also detected mysterious objects moving at incredible depths.
In 1997, scientists recorded an unusual underwater sound known as the bloop. The sound was louder than any known marine animal and was detected thousands of kilometers apart by underwater microphones. Initially, some researchers wondered whether it originated from an enormous unknown creature. Although later studies suggested it was most likely caused by cracking Antarctic ice, the mystery sparked worldwide fascination because it demonstrated that our oceans can still produce sounds unlike anything we fully understand. Satellite technology has transformed our understanding of Earth, yet it struggles to observe the deep sea. Light cannot penetrate more than a few hundred meters into the water, and radio waves quickly disappear beneath the surface. This means enormous regions remain effectively invisible. Deep-sea expeditions are expensive, dangerous, and rare. Every mission uncovers astonishing discoveries, from glowing jellyfish larger than cars to bizarre worms living near boiling hydrothermal vents. If such remarkable animals can remain hidden until now, what else could still be waiting? Consider the megalodon, the gigantic prehistoric shark that ruled the oceans millions of years ago. It reached lengths of around 20 meters and possessed teeth larger than a human hand. Although scientists agree it became extinct millions of years ago, rumors of surviving megalodons continue to appear online whenever unexplained photographs or mysterious bite marks surface. There is no credible evidence that megalodon still exists, but these stories reveal how little confidence people have in our knowledge of the deep sea. Another fascinating mystery involves unexplained scars found on sperm whales.
There is no credible evidence that megalodon still exists, but these stories reveal how little confidence people have in our knowledge of the deep sea. Another fascinating mystery involves unexplained scars found on sperm whales. Some scars are clearly caused by battles with giant squids, but others are unusually large and difficult to explain. Could these whales occasionally encounter unknown predators far below the surface? Scientists cannot say for certain because such confrontations happen in complete darkness, thousands of meters underwater. ocean trenches such as the Mariana Trench descend nearly 11 kilometers beneath the surface. At these depths, pressure exceeds 1,000 times the pressure at sea level. For decades, researchers assumed almost nothing could survive there. Then, robotic submersibles revealed thriving ecosystems filled with fish, crustaceans, sea cucumbers, giant amphipods, and strange microbial life. Every expedition challenges previous assumptions about what is possible. If life can adapt to such extreme environments, perhaps evolution has produced forms we have not yet imagined. There is also the possibility that the largest undiscovered organism may not resemble a whale at all. It could be a giant colony of interconnected animals, similar to siphonophores, which are made of thousands of specialized individuals functioning together as a single organism.
In 2020, scientists discovered a siphonophore nearly 45 meters long, longer than a blue whale, proving that nature sometimes exceeds our expectations in unexpected ways. This discovery reminds us that largest can have different meanings depending on biology. Meanwhile, unexplained sonar echoes occasionally appear during naval exercises and scientific surveys. Most eventually receive ordinary explanations, such as schools of fish, underwater geological formations, or equipment interference. Yet a small number remain unresolved because researchers simply lack enough information. These unanswered questions fuel speculation about hidden giants roaming the abyss. Imagine future technology capable of continuously monitoring every corner of the ocean with advanced autonomous drones, artificial intelligence, and high-resolution underwater mapping. Such systems may reveal thousands of new species within decades. Among them could be animals larger than anything alive today, or perhaps entirely different forms of life that challenge our understanding of evolution itself. Still, science requires extraordinary evidence before accepting extraordinary claims. There is currently no verified proof that a creature larger than a blue whale exists, but there is also no doubt that humanity has explored only a tiny fraction of the deep sea. Every expedition reminds us how little we truly know. The ocean remains Earth's final great frontier, hiding secrets beneath crushing pressure and endless darkness. Somewhere in those silent depths, an enormous shadow may simply be another whale, an unfamiliar squid, or an optical illusion created by light and currents. Or perhaps it is something no human has ever seen before.
Until we explore every trench, every underwater mountain, and every hidden abyss, the possibility will continue to capture our imagination. The greatest mystery may not be whether something bigger than a blue whale exists, but how many incredible discoveries are still waiting beneath the waves. The next groundbreaking expedition could transform everything we believe about life on Earth, proving once again that our planet still.
The greatest mystery may not be whether something bigger than a blue whale exists, but how many incredible discoveries are still waiting beneath the waves. Every year, scientists launch new expeditions into parts of the ocean that no human has ever seen before. With every dive, advanced submarines and robotic explorers reveal strange landscapes, towering underwater mountains, glowing caves, and creatures unlike anything found on land. Each discovery reminds us that the deep sea is not an empty wasteland, but a thriving world filled with life that has evolved in complete darkness over millions of years. Imagine a future expedition descending nearly 11 kilometers into the deepest trench on Earth. The crew watches as their lights cut through the endless black water, revealing strange shapes moving silently in the distance. Suddenly, the sonar detects something enormous. At first, researchers assume it is a cliff or an underwater ridge, but then the massive object begins to move. Slowly, a gigantic shadow glides through the darkness before disappearing beyond the reach of the lights. No one can identify what they have just witnessed. Cameras capture only a vague outline, leaving scientists with more questions than answers. Was it an undiscovered species, a giant colony of marine organisms, or simply a natural phenomenon never seen before? The mystery would spark global curiosity overnight.
News of the discovery spreads across the world. Research teams from every major oceanographic institute prepare new missions, determined to return to the same location. Governments invest billions into deep-sea exploration, while engineers develop stronger submarines capable of reaching greater depths for longer periods. For the first time in history, the world begins to realize that the greatest frontier is not in outer space, but beneath our own oceans. Every new expedition uncovers more evidence that the deep sea is far more complex than anyone imagined. As scientists continue exploring, they discover entire ecosystems surrounding underwater volcanoes and hydrothermal vents. These places, once believed to be lifeless, are filled with extraordinary organisms that survive without sunlight.
Instead of depending on plants, they feed on chemicals released from the Earth's crust. Giant tube worms, glowing shrimp, transparent fish, and massive jelly-like creatures thrive in conditions that would kill most known life. These discoveries force researchers to rethink the limits of biology and prove that life can survive in environments once considered impossible.
Then comes an even greater breakthrough. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, researchers encounter a massive living organism unlike anything previously discovered. It isn't a whale, a shark, or a squid. Instead, it is a gigantic colony of interconnected life forms functioning together as a single superorganism. Stretching for hundreds of meters through the darkness, it slowly drifts with the deep ocean currents while glowing with thousands of tiny lights. Every section performs a different role. Some gather food, others provide defense, while others reproduce. Scientists realize they are looking at an entirely new branch of life that has remained hidden for millions of years. Such a discovery would completely change our understanding of evolution and the diversity of life on Earth. The impact would extend far beyond biology. Engineers might study these creatures to develop new materials capable of surviving immense pressure. Medical researchers could discover unique compounds within deep-sea organisms that lead to life-saving medicines or revolutionary antibiotics. Scientists searching for extraterrestrial life would gain valuable clues. Because if complex organisms can survive in the crushing darkness of Earth's oceans, similar life might also exist beneath the icy oceans of Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's moon Enceladus. The deep sea could become the key to understanding life throughout the universe.
Yet, even after these extraordinary discoveries, countless mysteries would remain unsolved. The ocean is vast beyond imagination. It covers more than 70% of our planet, and much of it has never been explored. Hidden valleys, underwater caves, endless trenches, and mysterious mountain ranges still lie beyond the reach of modern technology. Somewhere in those silent depths may exist species that have never encountered humans, creatures that have evolved in complete isolation for millions of years, waiting to rewrite everything we think we know about nature. Perhaps the next groundbreaking expedition will uncover evidence of an animal larger than any ever recorded. Or perhaps it will reveal something even more astonishing, a completely new form of life, unlike anything science has imagined. Whatever the future holds, one truth is undeniable. Our oceans still guard countless secrets beneath their waves. Every expedition brings us one step closer to unlocking those mysteries, but every answer also creates new questions. That is what makes the deep ocean one of the most fascinating places on Earth. It reminds us that, despite all our technology and knowledge, humanity has explored only a tiny fraction of our own planet. The greatest discoveries may still be waiting in the darkness below, ready to rewrite everything we believe about life, evolution, and our place in the universe. Until that day arrives, the ocean will remain Earth's last great frontier, a world of endless mystery, silent giants, and unimaginable wonders that continue to challenge the limits of human curiosity and inspire generations of explorers to dive deeper than ever before.